Hi, guys. I am Marlene, and I am the content creator for Living Your Best Life. Welcome. It's Sunday, August the 22nd, 2021. And I'd like to welcome you to the Sunday Talk Show, where we give encouraging commentary, life lessons learned, and also interviews with other YouTubers. I also have a business interviews. So if you're a business and you would like to be interviewed, please send me an Instagram message at underscore Best Life Crew. So I'd like to welcome everybody who's in the chat. I see Angela Critters. Hi, Angela. Welcome. I hope you're doing well on this Sunday. And also, I have to give credit where credit is due. My supporters, my members of my channel. I have 14 members right now, and I want all 14 to know how much I appreciate them. Beverly Black, who on her channel, she has cooking videos. She talks about YouTube. She does real talk. She shows us the deals. So if you don't know about Beverly Black, head over there. My other member is Boss Life Online, which she talks about her home-based business, mainly of CTFO and affiliate marketing. So head on over to Boss Life Online if you don't know about her channel. And one of my two newer members, Tony Clopton and Melissa King, my econ, they're my newest members, and they both are part of my econ, and they both give encouraging things about finances and getting your money together and credit, lots of great things. So if you don't know about that channel, head over there. Another member is Van Life with Gina. She is a van lifer and she lives in Oregon. So it's just an awesome channel. So head on over there and check out Van Life with Gina. Another member is Edward Smart. Edward Smart is a great supporter of many people and very appreciated on the channel. Also another supporter, Tracy Ocean Fire 777. She's a great supporter and I appreciate her always commenting on all my videos and supporting the channel. Be Amazing Sylvia has a great channel. She is a cancer survivor and she has lots of encouraging, positive, and motivating videos. She's also a co-host for the Outstanding Featured Channel Member Show. Marlon Music Channel. On his channel, he has lots of great piano tutorials, and it's just an awesome channel to have if you want to be motivated and inspired through God. Team Bill with Geo is another great channel to have. She's another one of my members, and on her channel, she has great and awesome is a team building playlist team. It's members only. So if you would be interested, reach out to her at Team Bill with Geo on Instagram. Another one of my members of my channel is Pittsburgh Artist Studio, Mary. She has a great channel and she shows how you can paint and how you can produce art for free here on YouTube. And my last but not least member is Pandy of Pandy's Hair Candy and More. And Pandy on her channel, she has a variety of things, but it starts off with her hair care. She does great wig reviews and talks about hair products and reviews food and talks about commentary on TV and reviews of different things. So another great channel to have. So I just want to give a good shout out to all my members. And now that I have done that for all my members, now I'm going to start with the Best Life Crew affirmation. Welcome, everybody.
Be encouraged, be inspired, be yourself, you will survive. Just know it, just breathe it, and be it, and live your best life.
Okay, guys, I'm going to turn on my camera. Hi, everybody. Happy Sunday, everybody. Welcome to the Sunday Talk Show. I hope everybody's doing okay. I'm so glad to see everybody. Thanks for showing up and supporting me. That means a lot to me. Hi, Angela, Edward, Boss Life Online. I think I got everybody. Yeah, thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you guys. Today's topic today is dealing with injustice. And we know that that is a big thing, dealing with injustice when you're part of injustice. So we're going to get into all of that. If you guys have anything that you want to add, as always, drop it down in the comment section. So we all know that an injustice is when you've been wronged, when there's something that happened to you and you were wronged and you want justice, you wanted things to be done right. But the thing about it is that some things you may not be able to get the kind of justice that you want and what you seek. Yes. Yes, Edward, I'm keeping very busy. Very busy. I'm always busy every day. Yep. Hi, Boss Life Online. Yes, guys. So today's topic, coping with injustice. Let me put my banner up. Hold on 1 second. Let me add it. So that is the topic today, coping, dealing with this injustice, and taming your tongue. That's another big thing. So I'm going to get right into the topic. And as always, learning to tame your temper, dealing with injustice is something not easy. So let me start off by saying the first thing when we talk about injustice, we think about being wronged. We think about the anger, all of those things, because when something happens to you and you say that's not right, and now you want to figure out how are you going to deal with this. One of the best things you can do when you've been wronged and you're part of an injustice is don't try to retaliate. Don't take yourself down to the level of other people. Why? Because we are people of enlightenment. We know better. We do better. We believe in ourselves and we love ourselves. So you may not be able to change and you may not be able to right the wrong that somebody has done to you, but what you can control is yourself. That's one of the few things in this life that we can control. We can control our reaction to things. We can control the way that we think, and those are some of the things that other people may not like. Hi, Pandy. Welcome. How are you? It's so good to see you. Happy Sunday to you. And that's one of the things that is so hard to deal with, that when you have an injustice, when something has happened to you, when you've been wronged and you just want to beat people up or do something, or you want to see something happen to them, you want to expose them. You know, you have this this like fire within you that you just want to get your injustice righted. And that's only fair. We're human beings. We have feelings. We are dealing with so many things. So when someone does something to us, we want to get back to them, right? But these are some of the ways, and I want to share with you guys some of the tips to help you to tame your temper, to deal with that temper when you are upset, when you're angry, which sometimes it can be justified when someone does something wrong to you. But how you cope with it is going to show who you are. That's one of the most important things, guys. It not saying that it doesn't matter what other people do to you, but what you do, what your reaction to situations and difficulties and problems and conflicts shows who you are. It's just a reflection of the inner part of you. So here are some tips to help you with your temper. So number one thing, I'll start off from the beginning. When someone cuts you off in traffic, does your blood pressure rocket up? Or when your child refuses to cooperate? Anger is normal and even a healthy emotion, but it's important to deal with it in a positive way. Uncontrolled anger can take a toll on both your health and your relationships. I'll say that again. Uncontrolled anger can take a toll on both your health and your relationships. How can it do this? When you have this anger and you're holding things, you're bottling it up inside, that's going to start to cause your body systems to, either your heart rate is going to start going up uncontrollably, either you're going to be eating too much or not eating enough. It's going to cause you maybe to have some stomach problems, eating more than you should, or eating off things like lots of fast food, lots of sweets or junk food, basically. So it's going to take a toll on that, and it also will take a toll on relationships. I know it's something easy to say, but one of the best things, if you can, if it's something that you've been wronged, can you take some time out to communicate the way that you're feeling? And I'm saying this from experience. I am saying it from experience. I definitely have a struggle. I have a hard time when it comes to somebody does something wrong to me. The first thing I want to do is immediately cut them off. I just, ghost them, be done with them. But let's be the adult in the situation, even if the person involved that did an injustice to you is not being an adult. They're not being mature. They didn't handle things well. They hurt your feelings. Still, you have to show who you are. You have to show that you're a person of enlightenment. You're a person of knowledge and wisdom and strength and power, and you love yourselves. And because you love yourself, you're going to take time to care for your emotional needs. And that means handling the situation. So if you can you find out, is it a misunderstanding? That's something that happens a lot. We may automatically jump to a conclusion and make assumptions. I'll put that in quotes. We make assumptions that this is what happened. When do you really know? Do you have all the facts? Most of the time, as human beings, we tend to believe that our side, what we're receiving, what we're taking in, is exactly what it is. And that's what it is at face value. But do you really know all the facts? Do you know the situation? Was it really that way, or were things taken the wrong way? Maybe you heard it from somebody else and it was somebody else added something to the conversation that maybe that would have been useful information and you would have maybe reacted differently. Yes, Pandy, thank you so much. Yes, Boss Life Online. That is one. Oh my goodness. When somebody does something to you, when you are dealing with an injustice, the first thing you want to do is only human. You want to get some revenge. How can I get back at them? How can I do something to them? How can I make them feel pain like I feel pain? How can I make them hurt like I'm hurting? That's not the way of enlightenment. We have to remember that what the things that happen to us, it shows us who we are. It's a time for us to reflect and show our personal growth. How much have you grown? How much have you matured? How much do you love yourself? Even if a person is not loving you and treating you the way that you deserve, you still have to treat yourself the way you deserve. And the way that you deserve is to be respected. And part of that respect is communicating. You have to tell people what it is. You have to ask them some questions. Is this really what happened? Because I just want to make sure we're on the same wavelength and I'm not misunderstanding anything. And sometimes maybe that can kind of help with the problem. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was just a misunderstanding. And hopefully it's simple and you guys will make up and everything will be okay. But sometimes it's not that way. Sometimes it's not that way. Sometimes it's more than that. People will do things spitefully. People will do things just to hurt your feelings. People will do things just to be mean. Things just to be nasty, just to hurt you, just to try to be like you. And it's not a nice feeling. It's not a nice feeling when you get the brunt of that, because nobody deserves that. Yeah, it is true, Pandy. Nobody deserves that. Nobody deserves to be disrespected. Everybody is deserving of respect, but we don't always get the respect that we want. Yeah. But there's one thing that maybe some people don't understand. Respect is earned. Nobody is deserving to just get respect right off of the bat. You have to work. You have to show by your actions that you are deserving of respect. What kind of, like Angela says, what kind of behaviors do they have? You have to let them know that if somebody did something to you, you say, this is what happened. I want to understand, is this what happened? And I want to know why it happened. And why did you do that? So that's part of being an adult. Hey, old school. How are you? Welcome. Happy Sunday. Thank you so much for being here. Hi, Thin Blue Lane RV Life. Thank you so much. I appreciate you being here. Happy Sunday to you. Yeah, so when we talk about injustice, guys, we can be hurt. We can be hurt so badly. Hurt so badly. And it's one of the hardest things in this life to get over hurt, to get over pain that someone has caused you. Hey, Tracy, happy Sunday to you. Welcome. When somebody does something to you and they hurt your feelings, especially if it's something that somebody who you're close to, somebody that you love, when they disappoint you, when maybe they say something behind your back, when they do something mean and cruel to you, when they drag your name through the mud, all of those things are something so hurtful that it's hard to be mature at those times. It's hard to respect the people at those times when they do something to hurt you. But you have to go back into who you are, to who you deserve. And even when other people don't show up in your life respecting you and loving you, you have to show people who you are. You have to allow people to only go so far. I think a lot of times we give people too much, what is it called? Too much room on the rope. We allow people to get too easily into our minds, into our hearts. We allow people to consume us with whatever they've done. We have to allow people to only go so far in our minds, in our hearts, in our spirit. There are some places that only you can go. There are some places that only possesses for you and God. And I'll say that again. There are some places that is only for you and for God. Nobody can go into those spaces. So even if somebody does something unkind, even if somebody does something that will hurt you, you have to leave some room and some leeway, some space for you that is your protected space. And we have to stop allowing people to get into our spaces so easily. We let people in too quickly into our minds and into our hearts. We do. We have to learn to give people time before we can trust them. We can find out their type of reputation. Are they worthy of our time? And it's just natural. Most people, I think a lot of people are just too gullible. They're gullible and they mean well, but you have to protect your space. You have to protect your heart. You have to protect your mind. And that means not allowing people to penetrate our thinking. And the reason why I say that is because if you know about yourself that you are loved by God, you are loved by certain people in your life, it doesn't matter what other people. You should have a small circle of people that you love. Maybe sometimes you may not even have, depending on your family dynamic, you may not have a big circle. It may not even be a circle. It may just be you and somebody else in your life. But you have to learn to protect the barriers of your mind and your heart. You have to protect yourself from, I'll just say it, some people are just wicked. Some people are just wicked and they're evil and they're trying to come for you. They're trying to come for you. They're trying to break your spirit. They're trying to bring in negativity. They're trying to penetrate your mind and tell you that you're something that you're not. But you have to remember who you belong to. Who do you belong to? When you know that in that space, I am a precious child of God. I am somebody special. I am somebody important. I am somebody of worth and of value. There is nothing that anybody can do to break me. We have to continuously filter that in our mind. Out of all of the things that is going on in our life, we have to constantly, continuously filter, filter, filter. We have to filter, like Edward said here. You have to keep out the negative influences. And that's a continuous thing. It's a continuous thing. Right, Tracy? Some people just want to fight. Some people just want to fight. They just want you to be as miserable as they are. We all know the saying, misery loves company. Misery loves company. So as long as you keep them company, they're going to keep coming back. You have to learn to shut out the negative spaces and places and spirits. Some people just carry a wicked and negative spirit. We have to learn to surround ourselves with people who are positive. When you keep your circle of people positive, when you keep your thinking positive, that is one of the ways that we can deal with these injustices. And there are many injustices in this world. Yes, that is just because they can be nothing but evil. Right, Boss Life Online? Some people, I like the people that fill my mind and my heart. No toxicity allowed. Right, Angela? And that's a learned behavior. I say this all the time, guys, about negativity and toxic people. Hey, Feast with Cornice, welcome. How are you, sis? I say all the time about negative people. Negative people will always, I'll say it again, negative people will always try to break your spirit. Always try to break your spirit. But you have to not allow the negativity, their negativity, to penetrate your space. That's why you have to constantly feed your mind with positive thinking, positive affirmations, motivation. You have to speak it over your life. And that's why it's so important, the things that you speak about yourself. What are the things that you speak over your life? What are the conversations that you have in your mind space? What kind of conversation, when you talk to yourself every day, are you feeding your mind positive thoughts? Even if you wake up, because I have it too. I had one the other day when I had my meltdown on my live stream. And right after that, I had to shake myself out of it. You have to have your setup system where I have that conversation with myself. And you got to start talking to yourself and insert your name. I start saying, Marlene, you're wonderful. You can get through anything. Whatever you're going through, this is temporary. This too shall pass. Any pain, any hurt that you're going through, it will not last. We have to remember that we serve a God who is strong enough to remove any obstacle, any hindrances that we may be dealing with, any pain. God is strong enough to handle it all. And when you can't handle it, you got to give it to him. Give it to him. Yes, that's what we have to do. Give it to God. Give it to God. So and that's something easier said than done. It's easy to say, give it to God. Yeah, let things go. Pray about it, meditate about it. That's an easy thing to say, but it's working according with what you want. If you really love yourself, like I pray and hope everybody does, if you really love yourself, you're going to spend the time with yourself, especially when maybe your day is not going as expected, you're having a bad day, people are getting on your nerves. This is when you have that conversation. I would ask everybody to have this something written down. I call it my motivational series, when I have that conversation with myself. And this is how one of my conversation goes. Whatever you're going through today is preparing you for who you need to be in the future. Take this as a lesson, Marlene. Take this as a lesson. We can take every lesson and turn it into a blessing. Every lesson can turn into a blessing, but it's all about our perspective. It's all about our attitude. What type of attitude do you have towards your situation? It's all up to us. I'm doing good, Cornice. It's so good to see you. Yes, and we have to remember that this too shall pass. I know when you're dealing with an injustice, oh, you're so mad. You're seeing red. You just want to beat up everybody, hit them, punch them. You want something bad to happen to them. You just cannot believe, or if they drag your name through the mud, or if people have talked about you behind your back, people have taken from you, and you feel like you're almost empty inside. You know, they're like vampires. They're always draining you. They want from you. It's always a taking, but you are never fulfilled. You are never fulfilled. And that's you have to learn to keep those kinds of people at bay. You got to keep them back. Keep those people back at a long distance. Even some of those people, I would say remove them if you can remove them from your life. Sometimes you can't, especially a person like if they're a family member or something like that. We have to deal with them, but you don't have to engage with them. You can just be polite. Hello and goodbye. Just be, what is the word? Just be cordial. Even if somebody has done wrong to you, that's when you show your maturity. That's when you show your strength. That's when you show your love. You show who you are. Even when someone is unkind, you show them kindness. When somebody does something hateful to you, you show them love. This is when you show who you are. This is when you're revealing who you are inside. Because the things that we speak, the things that come out of our mouth is just a reflection of who we are inside. Things just manifest through the tongue. It's just a manifestation that what you speak about is who you are. So you have to be careful the things that you speak over your life. You have to be careful the things that you listen to, the things that people say to you. You have to remember when you hear something negative and it hits you, you got to block that out. You have to tell yourself, I rebuke that. I am not listening to that. I do not receive it. And you have to put something positive in that place. If somebody says you're not, you have to speak who you are. That's very important to your personal growth and your strength inwardly and outwardly, because it will drain you. If somebody is always pulling something out of you, you have to replace it back. You got to replace. When a negative hits you, immediately you have to put in a positive. You have to. That's so important. Weeping endures but a night, but joy comes in the morning. I remind myself of this scripture regularly. Yes, that's wonderful, Pandy. Yes, and like I always say, like when you have a hard day or when you get something and you're crying or you're aggravated, everything, this too shall pass. Just because you're dealing with a situation right now, we never know what you're going through is not a preparation. You are being prepared. Every obstacle, every problem, every difficulty, everything you are going through is preparing you for who you need to be in the future. I'll say it again. What you're going through right now is preparing you to become who you need to be in the future. It's up to you for how you're going to have your attitude. What kind of attitude are you going to have to the situation? Are you going to be bitter? Are you going to be hateful? Or are you going to be loving? You're going to be kind? Are you going to forgive? Remove that person from your life? Because it's also important for you to know not to get abused. Don't get used and abused. Don't let people use you and drain from you. There's some people you may have to cut off because they're toxic. They may have a mental illness. They may just not be healthy for your life. They're hindering your personal growth. Be careful with the ones that you allow in your mind and allow in your heart. Who you surround yourself with the things that people are saying, all of those things are being received and you're taking it into your own mind and your own heart. So be careful with the things that you listen to, the people that you surround yourself by, and your own personal thoughts. All of that is going to contribute to who you are going to be in your future. That's okay, Patricia. I appreciate you being here. Yes, Cornice. That is one of the things that we have to learn to let go and give it to God. And that's not an easy thing. For me, I am a person that I will pray about a situation. And then in my meditation, when I take time to just sit and receive after my prayer, sit and receive and listen to what God is telling me in my meditation, is when I can find healing and when I can find forgiveness and what God wants me to do next. So a lot of times we may be people, we may pray, we're people, and we may have faith, but are you sitting and waiting for a response? We may just pray and then we go and act. We have to also learn to wait for a response. Find out what is the best solution for us. What does God have for you? Yes, love you too, Patricia. Yes. So let me get into some of this information that I have about 10 tips to tame your temper. So the number one thing, when you have an injustice or you're trying to go through something, you're mad, the number one thing is to think before you speak. We all know that in the heat of the moment, it's very easy for you to say something and then later on you're going to take it back. You want to take it back, but you can't. You will regret it. So the best thing when something happens to you, take a moment just to be silent, to think about what you want to say, because once you say it, you cannot take it back. And it's going to allow other people to do the same, because nobody cannot force you to speak. That's something I think you learn with maturity and personal growth. Every action does not evoke a reaction. You don't have to react. It's a choice. A reaction is a choice. You have to think before you speak. You have to, some things just let it go. Some things is just not even worth a reaction. It's not even worth your time. It's not worth you getting your blood pressure up. It's not worth you getting yourself all upset. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. So in those situations, don't even respond. Just let that go. Okay. Number two, once you're calm, express your anger. So that means most of the time when we're upset and you just spew things out of your mouth, you're just and this and this and this, and every word, every bad word in the vocabulary comes out. And then later on, best thing to do is when you're upset to step back from a situation and calm down. And then when you're calm, you can express yourself the way you really need to. Let me see what everybody is saying. Yes, Edward, you're so right. It is so difficult to forgive people. And one of the things when it comes to forgiveness that I learned going through therapy and all the situations, all of the hills and valleys of my life is I have to learn that, well, while we find it hard to forgive others, don't we also want to be forgiven? I try to think about that when somebody wrongs me. How many times I say to myself, Marlene, how many times have you wronged others? How many times have you wronged God? Forgive them. So forgive people if you want to be forgiven. But also, it's not something that you are going to be gullible and let people use you and you just keep forgiving people. No, that's not what I mean. I mean, you have to forgive other people in order for it to not affect you and harm yourself emotionally, spiritually, financially. All of that is involved in your well-being. They all go together. So if you're lacking in one, if you're emotionally distraught, it's usually going to follow all the aspects of your life. They all go together. They all do. I had one that was trying to pull me into her vindictiveness. Now she's trying to provoke me. Not going to play. Yeah, people do that sometimes, Tracy. But it's people like that. I find that there is people like that are miserable. They're very unhappy with their life. Maybe their life isn't going the way they want to, or they have a lot of anger and resentment issues, and they just want somebody to go back and forth with them and argue with them. I tell people all the time, I'm a grown woman. That's one of the best responses that you can give people. Tell people you're grown. That I'm grown and I do not argue because I'm grown and I am mature. So, and that's the end of it, and just cut it off. I'm grown. I respect myself and I don't have to go back and forth with you. And that's it. And you're done. Show people that you have control. Well, people love to see when they can escalate you, when they can really set you off. You just gave away your power. Don't give away your power so easily. Yes, life and death is in the tongue. That's why it's so important, the things that we speak over ourselves and we speak about other people. We have to constantly keep evaluating that. Like, am I healthy? You have to evaluate your thinking for yourself. Am I telling myself self-sustaining things that is going to build yourself up? Are you telling yourself every day that you're valuable and you have worth, you have meaning, and that you're smart? You're important to many people, that you're loving and you're loved. You have value in this world. It's important to speak that over your life, because if you don't believe it first within yourself, when somebody else comes to you, your defenses are down. Your defenses are down. You have to always have your guards up. When you know who you are, you're already going into the gate with your guards are up and you're feeling good about yourself. But if you started with it as slow, you're not feeling good about yourself, you're not loving yourself, you're not taking care of yourself, that's when most of the time there's always a back and forth with somebody, because you need to deal with some issue that you have going on. Thank you, Edward. Hey, Coleman, how are you? Welcome. It's so good to see you. I hope you're doing good. Yeah, so we have to learn the things that we speak over our life is what manifests in our life. If we don't believe that we're deserving, we have to believe that in our mind and in our spirit. I am deserving of the overflow. I deserve everything wonderful. I am wonderfully made. We have to believe that. If you don't believe it, nobody else will. Because people can only give you back what you give yourself. If you're not giving yourself love and kindness and forgiveness, it's very unlikely other people will give you the same. People only will treat you the way that you allow them. That's another thing. People will only treat you the way that you allow them. If you don't allow people to disrespect you, it won't keep happening. Well, you shut it down really quickly and say, I don't allow that kind of speech. You're not going to talk to me that way. That's very disrespectful, and it ends now. You have to be in control of that. Don't let people disrespect you. Oh my goodness. Really, Angela? That's cute. Oh, I'm so glad you're here, Coleman. I hope you find something that will encourage you and everybody in here. Yeah, it is. And that's one of the things that I learned when I was going through therapy, Tracy and everybody else. I learned that my reaction is a choice. Just because somebody says or does something does not mean you have to react to it. Somebody can do something unkind and you could just look at them and just shake your head. You can just be like, I feel sorry for you. Or you could just, you need prayer, but everything does not have to evoke a reaction. You do not have to react to foolishness. If it's foolishness, leave it there. Don't take it into your mind. Don't take it into your heart. Don't allow people to have that power over you. It's not worth it. It's not worth it for you to get upset like that. It's not worth it. Yeah, that's the best thing. Sometimes one of the best things you can do is to leave a situation if you are being disrespected. That's the best thing. Yeah, that's how I know that I have matured as a woman, is I don't allow people to gain the power over me like before. Before, when somebody would do something to me, I was the main person fighting. The first thing I was going to do, I was going to slap somebody. I was going to hit somebody. I was going to find a way to get back at them. I was going to be angry. I was going to hold it all. So I was doing all the self-consuming, self-hatred acts to myself. And you may think that you're hurting other people by doing that, but you're only harming. Those are self-harming habits, and you cannot do that. If you love yourself, like we say we do, we love ourselves. So we have to have healthy ways of coping with situations. And another one of the tips is get some exercise. I know it's not always the most fun. It's not always fun to get exercise, but it's good for your mental, your physical, and it's good also for your spirit. It makes you feel good. You're getting some fresh air, you're breathing, you take your mind off of the situation. And it's also a plus that it's good for your health. It helps you to de escalate, it causes your mind to think about something else, or maybe it causes you to get that frustration out. But it's important for you to every day get some exercise. It doesn't have to be a marathon, but try to get some exercise, do some walking, do something that you enjoy, but get some exercise that will help you to cope with your anger, your stress, your frustration, because all of us have stress. All of us have stress, but it's up to us to find healthy ways to cope with the stress, injustices, and frustration. And here's the main one, guys. We have to learn to take a time out. Do you hear me? Take a time out. When you're feeling very stressed, it could be your kids, it could be the job, other people in your family, it can be anything. Sometimes you just need to take a break, take a deep breath, go for a walk, do something that you enjoy. Even when a timeout, sometimes you just need to drink something, drink some water, or get something to eat, because maybe you're hungry, you may be hangry. So make sure you're taking care of yourself in that timeout period. Take care of you, getting enough water, getting some exercise, learning to calm down, thinking before you speak, and also taking a time out. All of those things is going to help you in order to tame your temper. And number 5 is identifying some possible solutions. So that means, what can you do to resolve it? Is it important for you to be able to handle that right now? We have to learn also about time management. Just because something is bothering you right now, how important is it on your list? Is it something that you have to do right now, or is it something that waits? We have to learn to time management and delegate our situation. And when things are getting to you, you need to deal with it right now and not wait until later. Don't put things off for later. If you need to have a solution to something, find a solution. And another thing is, learn to ask for help. I know that it may be difficult. It's difficult, very difficult for a person like me, because I'm a person, I like to do things for myself. I like to fix things for myself. So it's hard sometimes to ask for help, but sometimes that's the reason why you're stressed. You need some help. You need some time by yourself. So you got to know yourself. You have to know who you are. You have to know what you want and what you need, and pay attention to that. You got to focus in on what you need and fulfill those needs. Okay. Some are not good on relaxing. They may try to fight. Yeah, I know. Some people just love to fight, and just don't give them the time of day. They don't deserve it. Yeah, some people do not deserve your time. They don't. We actually hold ourselves in spiritual bondage by not forgiving. Meanwhile, they go on living their life. I learned that the hard way a long time ago. Yeah, you're right, Pandy. It's spiritual bondage also. It affects all, it's bondage for all of your life, because when you don't let go, when you don't forgive people, it's a spiritual bondage, because now your spirit is messed up. You're angry. It messes up you emotionally. It messes up other relationships, because when you don't let go and forgive, it's an energy source. You haven't dealt with that situation, so you flip it back on somebody else. You just blow up at somebody else for no reason. They didn't do anything to you. So we have to learn to handle our situation, to cope with it, to find healthy solutions in order to deal with it. Have some stress relievers, get some exercise, take some time out, talk with a trusted friend. But we have to learn to let go. We have to let go so that we can move on. Because if you allow somebody to hold you down, to hold you in bondage, they have the power. And that's not how you want it. You don't want other people to have power over your mind. You got to have some control over yourself. And that means loving yourself enough. And you have to even say it. I said, I forgive them for me. I forgive you so I can move on. And that's one of the best things that you can do. Forgive so you can move on with your life, so you can do what is best for yourself and your future. I'm doing better, in a tiny bit of pain, but I can't complain. I've been worse. That's good, Coleman. Continued healing for you. Yes, Pandy. Yes. Yeah. I'm happy I did not miss another stream. Usually I'm sleeping when you get on, napping, but I tried some exercise off YouTube tonight, small ones. Oh, that's good, Coleman. I'm very happy for you. I'm very happy for you. See if I missed any other comments. That's good, Marlene. Now I had not thought about that positive of exercise. Yes, that's it helped a lot with my healing, because we know that when we are wronged, or when we have to forgive not only other people, but when we have to forgive ourselves, sometimes that one is the hardest one to do, is to forgive ourselves. Forgive yourself for something that you did last week, last year, 5 years ago, 10 years ago. Don't hold yourself bondage for something that you can't control. That was the past. It happened already. Let's start living in the present. You have to have that positive mindset. Positive mindset today is going to affect yourself positively in the future. So if you don't fix yourself today, your future is not looking good. So let's work on today and fixing what we have going on today, healing our mind, healing our heart, taking care of our health, taking some time out, forgiving, letting go, working on what we need to work on. You have to do it for yourself. It's part of love. Yes. Take a break. It's very important. There's some people who don't, Pandy. Some people don't believe in taking a break. And it's important to not only take a break for your emotional, but it's important for your physical. Yeah, I used to do that all the time. Just lay down and close my eyes with cucumber slices on my eyes, the frozen ones. That's good. You have to do what works best for you. I like to just put on some nice music, light some candles, and just sit in the quiet and just listen to my own thoughts and just take some deep breaths. Just think about, I recommend to everybody taking some time where you just sit every day, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes a day, and just meditating on who you are. And it should be a smile on your face. And start speaking over your life, and just start rejoicing and praising yourself. I'm grateful for who I have become. Thank you. I'm thankful that I'm not who I was yesterday. I thank you for making me new. Thank you for teaching me love. Thank you for teaching me self respect and independence and forgiveness. You got to start speaking that over your life. I'm thankful for who I am. I'm thankful for how I'm made. I'm thankful for what you have taught me. I'm thankful for what I know now. I'm thankful for the knowledge that I'm able to now, in my knowledge, teach someone else. So when you bless yourself, you bless others. And I had to learn that for myself. I'm speaking to somebody right now, but when you start blessing yourself, you bless others. When you start recognizing your own talents, when you start recognizing your own gifts, when you know who you are and you put limits on the things that you can do, and you can appreciate that you don't have to fix everybody. You don't have to do things for everybody, but you do have to do some things for yourself. It's a lesson. Do some things for yourself, not always for everybody else. I have not been good about asking for help, so it feels strange when someone does. Good people are out there. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes, you have to find yourself a circle of people that you can trust, people that you can talk to, people, if you're a person of faith, people who will pray for you, people who, maybe your vacation, you go on vacation with them, people, whatever it is. You can have people who are just your financial people that will just encourage you to keep your finances on track. There's all type of friendships that you can have. They're not always friendships that have to be people that you hang out with. There are also people that you can encourage you to get your finances together, get your emotions together, to fix your relationships, to heal your own mind and your own spirit. That's one of the best things that you can do, is to heal your own mind and your own heart. Heal your own mind and your own heart, because you deserve that. Don't walk around with your head down. Walk with your head up. You are somebody. You are somebody. Even if nobody else believes it, you believe it about you. You are somebody. You have a talent, a gift. You are a blessing. And don't let anybody tell you any different. Use your talent to do what you're supposed to do. It's not for anybody else but you. You're remarkable. You are remarkably made. You're wonderfully made. You are made in the image of God. Yes. Receive that. Receive it. Yes, I am not who I used to be. Come on, Boss Life Online. I'm not what I used to be. Oh, if you just sit there and you just meditate on that. Thank you for where you have brought me from. Thank you for where you have brought me from. And thank you for who you have made me today. Thank you for my strength. Thank you for my might. Thank you for self-respect. Thank you for self-love. Thank you for knowledge and power and wisdom. Thank you for healing. Thank you for healing my mind and my spirit. Thank you for letting me let go. Thank you for keeping your promise to me. Thank you for loving me when I didn't love myself. Thank you for loving me when I love myself. That right there, when I meditate on that, it always encourages me to keep going. It always encourages me to keep going. Let it encourage you as well. Yes. So thank you guys for all your comments. I wish I could find a friend who won't leave me. So I guess I just have to talk to the one up above. I even asked her to bless me with a friend. You can. Coleman. You got to speak it into existence. Speak it into existence. And you have to believe it. You have to believe it. When we say things sometimes, but then we take it back. So when you say something, receive it back into your own spirit. I am worthy. And take it back and receive it. I am worthy. I am wonderfully made. Take it back and receive it. I am wonderfully made. I am respected. My thoughts matter. I have value. I am important. I am loved. I am a gift. I am special. Whew. I can and I will do anything I set my mind to. Yes. And keep going on that momentum. I can and I will do anything because I deserve it. I deserve it. Whatever is for me is for me. Whatever is for me is for me. Nobody can take what is for you away from you. Nobody. We allow people to take things from us. We allow people to break our spirits. We let people use us. We let people stomp over our feelings. We allow it. We allow it. We have to also take responsibility for that as well. Don't let people treat you bad. Stop allowing people to disrespect you. Stop allowing those type of people into your space, into your group. You don't need that. You don't deserve that. You deserve better than that. You deserve better than that. Continue to be encouraged. Continue to love yourself. Continue to grow as a human being, as a man, as a woman, as a child of God. Love yourself. Love yourself the way God loves you. You hear that? Love yourself the way God loves you. There will be nothing that you can't do. There will be nothing you can't do when you believe that. Nothing. What is for me is for me. Now you have to live like you believe that. Live like you believe that there is nothing that you can do. Yes, people may do things to hurt you. Yes, people hurt you. People say negative things. People talk about you behind your back. People break your heart. But nobody can stop what God has started. I'll say it again. Nobody can stop what God has started. If you believe that, if you believe what is for you is for you, you're going to act like it. You're going to make different choices. You're going to walk a different way. You're going to treat yourself a different way. You're going to make good decisions in your finances. You're going to make good decisions spiritually. You're going to learn to say no when it's time to say no. If it's too much, it's too much. It doesn't matter what somebody else wants, whether somebody else will be disappointed. All irrelevant, all irrelevant, all irrelevant. You got to fill up your own cup first. Fill up your cup before you can fill up somebody else's. Yes, guys, I really have enjoyed this Sunday talk show. I really enjoy. Oh, Tracy, thank you. That's so sweet of you. I appreciate that so much. It's very much appreciated. Yes, Coleman, keep your head up. Keep your head up. Claim it. Yes, you have to learn to say no and you have to mean it, right, Angela? Yes. Yep. Yep. You have to learn when you've had enough, and when you've had enough, it's time to take a break. And it's okay. Don't let other people pressure you. Just keep being yourself and walking in what is for you. Keep walking in what is for you. Put in the hard work, make the decisions, move in silence. Yes, and keep your head up and keep loving you. That's very important. I only have, I think there's two more things. Yep, two more things on here. Okay. Stick with the I statements to avoid criticizing or placing blame. Use the I statements. For example, I am upset that you left the table without offering to help with the dishes, instead of saying you never do any housework. Express yourself. Number 7, don't hold a grudge. Forgiveness is a powerful tool. So if you allow anger and other negative feelings to crowd out your positive feelings, you might find yourself swallowed up by your own bitterness or your sense of injustice. But if you can forgive someone who has angered you, you both may learn from the situation and strengthen your relationship. Number 8, use humor to release your tension. Lightening up can diffuse the situation. So sometimes just take some time to laugh. Maybe watch a funny movie. Uh, Sometimes even laugh at yourself. Don't take yourself too seriously. Also, avoid sarcasm. It can hurt your other people's feelings and make things worse. We have to also think about what you do. You also have to live with what other people will do from that. So we can't just say and do whatever we want to do and then think it does not come with a backlash. And number 9, practice relaxation skills. So when you feel your temper flaring up, practice these skills. Deep breathing exercises. Imagine a relaxing scene, or repeating a calming phrase like, take it easy, or writing your journal. Listen to some music. Listen to some relaxing beach waves, some relaxing music, something that is going to calm you down. And the last one, number 10, know when to seek help. So we have to learn to control anger, and it's a challenge for everyone at times. So if you think your anger issues is out of control and it may cause you to do things you regret or it hurts other people around you, you may want to seek help. It's okay. It's okay to ask for help. It's okay to talk to somebody. That is showing that you care about yourself and you're willing to put in the hard work to live a better life for you. Yes, guys, that's all the 10 tips to help tame your temper. I'm going to put this in the description box after this live stream uploads. Yes, laughter is the best medicine. Yes, I claim myself. I take 5 minutes to step away, breathe, and come back. That's great, Angela. It's a good thing. That is a great thing. Yes, I thank everybody who was able to come today. I hope you found something that will help you to cope with your life. Right now, just about everybody is dealing with some type of stress, some type of aggravation, maybe somebody getting on your nerves, or you need to forgive somebody, or you need to forgive yourself. Whatever you're dealing with today, take things one step at a time. Focus on one thing and conquer that, and then move on to the next. You can do it. You have to do it for yourself. You have to do it because you love yourself and you're willing to make good choices. I am Marlene, and I am the content creator for Living Your Best Life. And on this channel, I do vlogs, relationship Thursday topics, story times, and on Sundays, the Sunday talk show. And also for businesses, if you're a business, please contact me at underscore best life crew and we can have a business interview with you. So I want to thank all my mods. Thank you so much, all my moderators, all of my members of my channel. Thank you so much to everybody, and also everybody who comes to my live stream, my videos. I appreciate all you so much. So I hope everybody can find something that they are feeling good. They feel encouraged. Keep your head up, guys. Do it for yourself. And I also want to say I have a home-based business, a CTFO, and it is changing the future outcome. It's an affiliate marketing business. You can start for free, and all of the information will be in the description box below. So, or you can get in touch with me on Instagram at underscore best life crew. Thank you so much, guys. I will see you guys on the next one. And you guys have a great day and keep your head up. Be encouraged. And as I say, every single video, live stream, just know it, just breathe it and be it and live your best life. Hi, guys.
Be encouraged, be inspired, be yourself, you will survive. Just know it, just breathe it and be it, and live your best life.